Hello and welcome everyone to another video on our channel here, and today we're gonna play Mono Green Ramp. We played it on stream yesterday, it was super fun, and I thought I definitely should make a video about it because it performed way better than I expected. This deck was tested now in Mythic and it worked great, so feel free to check out, and I just hope you enjoy it, as I always enjoy these type of decks that are not too meta but still work out great. So yeah, enjoy. Hello everyone, this is the deck we're gonna play today. It's the Mono Green Ramp, which just recently played on stream and went all the way up to Mythic. It was super fun. I had a lot of fun with the deck. And yeah, there's a small combo in the deck. There's basically your main win con, which is Awaken the Woods and the new Nissa. So Awaken the Woods is 2 green X spell. We can create X 1/1 green forest riot land creature tokens, and they are lands. And Nissa, 7/5, whatever you want to say, Planeswalker with 2 free Reaction, has 7 loyalty when you pay 7, and you can instantly ultimate. And the ultimate is -7, and until the end of turn, creature you control get +1/+1 for each forest you control and gain trample. So let's say we have 5 forests, we have 5 of them, we play this -7, and our dogs will get +10/+10 with trample, which is mostly lethal. So this is the main win con we have here. Other than that, Nissa also creates tokens to a loyalty, and we can destroy artifacts and or enchantments, which is really good. So Nissa, I really like Nissa in this set. Then the rest is a lot of ramp here. We have the new Armored Scrapgorger for 2 mana, 0/3. We can tap it and get a mana of any color. When we tap, we can exile a card from a graveyard. If you do it, get the oil counter. If we have 3 oil counters, it has +3/+0. Then we apply Azusa's Many Churners, which is good against aggro decks. It's a 2 mana saga. When we play, we can play an additional land, which is kind of nice. We gain 3 life in the second step, and in the third step we get a 3/3 creature, which is also really good. And when it gets blocked, that creature, we can end up 3 lands. We play 2 Blanchwood Prowler here. This is the slot where I'm not too sure about, but this one helped me out so many times I had to keep it in. It's a cute little creature. 2 mana, 1/1. We check the top 3 cards. We can choose a land card, take it on our hand, and the rest in the graveyard. If we don't take a land on our hand, it becomes +1/+1. We play the Bankbusters here. Bankbuster is the most reliable way to draw cards in green. 2 mana for 4, we can remove, get the draw a card. I mean, you know the deal, right? Super good card. And yeah, this works really, really good with our 3-drop, which is Topiary Stomper, 3 mana for 4, Vigilance. When it comes to the play, we can get the forest from our library, put it in the battlefield tapped. Yeah, it can attack or block unless we control 7 or more lands, but again, Awaken the Woods creates lands, so this happens usually really fast. And yeah, we can use this before to crew with Bankbuster if we have to, and we cannot block yet, so really nice. Then we have Expand the Sphere here. This card is really cool, and you're going to see an alternative way of win with this card. It's a 4 mana. We can look at the top 6 cards of our library. We can put up to 2 land cards from among them onto the battlefield tap, and the rest on the bottom of our library in a random order. If you put fewer than the 2 lands on the battlefield, this way proliferate a number of the different. So if we don't take any lands, we can proliferate twice, for example. And let's say we have a Wrenn and Seven in, which we also play, which is a 5 mana planeswalk with 5 loyalty. +1, we reveal the top 4 cards, can take the lands on our hand. 0, we can put all the lands in the battlefield. -3, we create a 3/4 creature, which is as strong as lands we have. And -8, we can return all permanent cards from our graveyard to our hand and get an emblem with, you have no maximum hand size. So this is obviously something we rarely use because we usually go for the -3. But there's a case, and you see this in the game, where we +1 with this one, and then we use Expand the Sphere to proliferate Wrenn twice, and then we could ultimate and get everything back on our hand. We have Kura here, the Boundless Sky, 5 mana for 4. Just a really good value card. It has Flying Death Touch, it blocks some cards we want. And yeah, it's mostly there to block and can find lands. Can also be really good because when it dies, we can choose. We can search a library for up to 3 land cards, really put them in our hand. It also helps us to find maybe a Boseiju if we need to. And we can also choose create an XX green spirit token where X is the number of lands we control. Versatile card, I like the artwork, I just want to include it, and I think it's a good card. But you can also just play more Expand the Sphere. It's definitely flexible. Yeah, this is the main deck here. I think it's actually strong. It's surprisingly strong. We play 26 lands here with 1 Boseiju, could also play 2. In the sideboard we play 2 Cankerblooms. They are mainly for artifacts, enchantment, and also yeah, that's probably that. And it's also good against aggressive decks. It's a 2 mana 3/2 early block, which is not too bad. We play 2 Thrun here. Thrun against the control matchups, 5 mana 5/5. Can't be countered, which is good. It can't be the target of non-green spells your opponent controls or abilities from non-green sources your opponent controls, so this is also really nice. And as long as our turn, it is indestructible. So this is a really hard card to deal with for control decks. Then we play the Warchiefs, mainly against the aggressive decks because we gain life here. It's a good blocker because it blocks twice. It dies, we get a 4/4. 2 Bushwhacks if there are creatures we need to deal with. On the other hand, we can also just search for a card. But it's nice to fight at least something. Here's another Cankerbloom, I don't know why it's there. Then we have the Here's. We can exile up to 2 cards from a single graveyard. Mainly against mono blue to get rid of all the sorceries, so the Jhin is not getting too strong. But there's also other decks where you can obviously play this. We play the Tyrranax Rex here, 7 mana, 8/8, Trample, Ward, Haste, Toxic 4, can't be countered. This card felt really good against Grixis and we played it, so yeah, that's it is. And one of my viewers wanted me to add a spinning wheel kick. This is a flex spot. You can add the sideboard card you want here. Yeah, it just looks really cool, right? It's 2 green and XX, and we can do some damage calculation here, which can be useful because we have a lot of ramp, right? And we have sometimes really big creature with Wrenn or Nissa. So, hey, not a bad card at all. And yeah, this is the deck. Great games. And if you want to watch more games, definitely check out my Twitch. It's in the description below. We played it for 5 or 6 hours on stream. It was an amazing stream with 500 or more viewers. I had so much fun. And it was one of my most enjoyable streams in the recent time. And definitely feel free also to subscribe here to the channel. You can join our Discord. You can always write to me there. I write back. I look at your lists. I love trying out new stuff. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the games and have fun. It's a lot of ramp, but we need to have a payoff card. So do we believe in the draw? Do we believe in the draw? I don't want to believe in the draw, so we go for it. Cat could be Grixis, Junt, or Mardu. Grixis, okay, classic. Removal spell. Grixis is okay, but like it's a tier 1 deck, right? So let's see what we can do against it. Great. Okay, sure. Probably a Fable. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, great card. Okay, make this appears gone, we kinda like that. We do want to ramp here, so probably Stomper Bankbuster, using a Braid. We also go Stomper Prowler just to hit the land. Take the 3 here. They play 4, make disappear main, so these are the annoying cards. For us, Bankbuster, sure. Okay. We have enough land to actually activate our Stompers here. So here we go. Our Stompers are active. We have 2/4/4 Vigilance attacker now. It's not too easy to deal with here. And I got a random follow while I'm recording a video here. So yeah, if you want to check out my Twitch, go for it. I should have deactivated it, so that is on me. That's kind of funny. Yeah, we're going in here for sure. Want them to tap a bit. Definitely take a trade here. They probably want to draw a card here because they trade with a Bankbuster, which is a good moment to actually use Awaken the Woods. And if we find now, and Nissa, the game is over if they don't have a counter. But if not, we have still a lot of pressure here on the field, which we can utilize to push in, which is still good. I mean, this is a lot of pressure and it's not easy to deal with all the tokens right now. They have 1/3/3, which is attack. They have to block here. If they don't block there, they take 7. They go on 4. I mean, sure, they can have a Shelly soon. Which, yeah, is good. This is definitely a Wrenn and Seven moment here. Going to make a big one here and then we swing.
The entire forest is an army.
We're going in here, we just try to lower them as much as possible. If they want to go with the Bankbuster trade here, we take the trade. Down, sure. We still have a lot of threats on the board. That is okay. Now with another Bankbuster. Playing our own Bankbuster now. And we good. Here we go. Still have a pretty strong board here. Still no Shelly from opponent here. It's not an easy board state. That I can tell you. Like Rennie will give us more lands here. They have to deal with the board while we're still attacking, so it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. I wonder what they side in. Like, it's hard to side in against a non-meta deck like this. And yeah, it can come in clutch and strong. So yeah, we don't know. Probably not an easy turn now for opponent. That makes sense. Sure. Some lands here.
We can foster much growth here.
We lost the Nissa there, which is kinda sad. Ah, we just go in first. I mean, there's not much. They have to block the big one and they have to remove one. So they are on 3 now, which is still really low. So we keep playing our creature to Rex total life there. We got them really fast online, which is nice. Losing another Nissa was not fun. Ah, that was the wrong card, my bad. It should have been Boseiju. But I wonder if they can deal with this situation. I thought so. So against Grixis, Grixis has a lot of removals. We can go with the Tyrranax Rex here, which is a bit harder to deal with for opponent. It has Ward 4, which is not too bad. It is an expensive card, but I mean, obviously, we can play it. I think this is actually a moment where you can put in the dinosaur, and on stream everyone wanted me to play the dinosaur. So here we go. I mean, this is a decent card, because they need to kill it twice. So I kinda like it. The player would go, I think we go like this here. Like, they try to stall the game, have some value trades, and we try to overflow. They probably bring in some board types, so our Dino could be strong too. It's a good card to draw, besides Nissa. Yeah, I mean, the question is, do they run counters, do they run removals more? Because this is like a deck where you want to counter the top end cards. Because some of the cards you cannot really remove well, right? Like a Nissa, sure she comes in, but you do something with it. So you can counter her. But then there's a lot of creatures coming in, so you have to remove them. That's Grixis, you have to find the balance there. And let's see if they find an answer here. If not, yeah, we're gonna run over again. I think mono green is in an interesting spot right now. Of course the mono white is probably more common nowadays, you see it everywhere. But I still think mono green is not that bad. Mono black is also there. Mono blue, I mean blue, yeah sure, it's a tempo deck, but it can get hard nowadays. And then you have mono red, which I mean we all know what it can do. So I wanted to go for mono green again. A little bit of a different approach. Yeah, we're gonna ramp this out here again. The Rex is pretty good, so definitely want to ramp here. I think they took a mulligan there, if not 2. I'm not too sure. I saw like the it was 2. This is not very wannabe against our deck because we ramp. Sure. We ramp. This is a really hard spell to deal with. It's an 8/8 trample haste toxic 4. Like, let's see what they do against this. I could go double. And then they need to find removal. That's an interesting position. I think I actually go double here. Because if they don't have a removal, we're definitely gonna play Rex, and if not, we still have the Stomper. How is the only -2 -2? Okay, they have no break here. Sure. That is fine. Secure some life here. If they sacrifice this, we're okay with it. We cannot play the card anyways. Oh, they could not sacrifice, they just attack. Never mind. Okay, that's fine. Decent draw. Interesting position here. I'm probably gonna play this just for the pressure. We still can plus here, but getting in a 5/5 is kind of strong.
The trees are mighty.
And our board is already at a position where they need to find answers for the board while they still don't have lots of cards. Sure, Fable is annoying, but the ward card's gonna be not easy to deal with. Let's see what they have. It only works when we attack that block. We try to protect Wrenn. I mean, Wrenn gives us the lands. So yeah, sure. If we find a land, we can also play Stomper if they remove this and activate Stomper that way. If not, we just play the Rex here, I think. It depends what they play and what they do. Let's see. We have some decent blocks here. So they can minus here for 2. You have to keep that in mind. So blocking the 5/5 will only be a 2/2. And with the Seeker we can just trade. So that is fine for us. Yeah, so this is the plan we're gonna have here. This is the plan. This must be, it's a hard position, especially if you're behind, right? Like with with 2 cards less. But yeah, I mean, Tyrranax Rex is the card. Always wanted to play this, so this is a good matchup to play it. I was a bit dreaming there, I guess. It's gonna be an interesting one.
We will help you find secret.
Okay, so we have multiple plays here, right? If we go in with this, they have to block with everything. It literally board wipes it. I kinda like this one. Cannot counter it. Are we going in? I don't think we will die to lethal here next turn. They have 5, 8, 10. They tap, so 11. And it's hard to all in here. They can kill Wrenn, which is fine. But they go on a solid 9 here. Okay. They have 4 toxic now. So I mean, we lose Wrenn. That's okay. If they decide to attack it, they make themselves vulnerable. So it's a bit of a tricky situation, and Rex is just, I mean, how do you want to do the ward 4, right? It's not easy to deal with. Maybe they go for the strategy just to go face, use Kiki on Harvester and try to deal with our Seeker there. I could see this a play. Then we still have Trample on the Rex, which is toxic for. That is fine. They have to tap it. Sure, I mean, they still have Kiki. Have to keep that in mind. But we can go so wide with our Awaken the Woods that it's gonna be really hard to deal with these cards. I respect that. It's dangerous. That, I think, is awkward. That is okay. But you see how vulnerable they are right now. They need a removal spell for 1 to deal with Rex, but I mean, there's not 1. I mean, not to deal with this card, right? It has Ward 4, my friend. Maybe they could have Kiki this one. Okay, that is the only card they could have had here. They actually had that card. Not bad, not bad, not bad. It is okay. It is okay. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. They had the Grixis command, which was definitely strong here in this position. That drop was actually strong. Well, we still have a good board here, right? So they're gonna start to remove our stuff now. Yeah, we don't crew here. Sure. We're gonna draw a card as well, and then we go white. Okay, we're gonna remove the card. Here. They have to do it now, obviously, which is fine. That's a decent card to draw, I would say. Yeah, I think it's fine to play a Planeswalker here. Go for the minus and use Bankbuster again. I mean, kinda Awaken the Woods would be nice too, and we draw Nissa would win. So that would be also a scenario, but having an 8/8 they have to deal now is also really good. This one is annoying for sure. Don't really have an answer for Kiki right now. But they tapping, so. Yup. Please let our Bankbuster live. Please. Okay, our turn. Get some cards here. Every time we do this, Nissa's gone. It's kind of sad. It is kind of sad, not gonna lie. I mean, a block here, so. Still the deal with the 14/14 here, which is not easy. We can also minus that again to get a second token. Yeah, it's always the same, man. Every time I plus on Wrenn, the top card is Nissa. It's kind of funny. But I mean, what should I do, right? They're probably looking for a Grixis command, right? It's a pretty good card. It will deal with my board. There's still a 9. And we can attack with Bankbuster, which is nice. I mean, we technically can't because they can reflection, but then they have to use it. Yeah, it's not easy. We need to find our cards. We do need to find our cards. So we don't draw a land for once. Okay. I mean, we block it. Yeah, that's fine too. So now we at least can attack with the Bankbuster, which I take. It's not too bad.
Oh, fire, burn to the trees. They prepare for war.
I can play Wrenn, but if they have the removal, it's gonna be a bit annoying. It's hard to deal with this, so we definitely crew this because they can just do the stuff again. And we have lethal here, so they have to block something. We keep our Wrenn here on our hands. I mean, we can play Wrenn and plus actually. Just in case if they have it.
Trees are gold, and we will
Is it a Nissa again? Do we literally lose a Nissa again? It's no Nissa. That was a good draw. I mean, let's see. Let's see what there comes. Okay. We have a removal for reflection here, which is kind of nice. Okay, so no Grixis command now. Yeah, can use your blood tokens, that's fine. What is the card? Sure, that's fine. Yeah, there's no way. And yeah, so we defeated Grixis. It's not the easiest matchup, but I mean, once you establish some value, they try to trade 1 for 1, and it's not easy to go 1 for 1 with a deck like this. So yeah, cool game. Okay, and we play again. Iski Pop Keep. Okay. Let's have some fun. Iski Pop Keep. Is ice. Oh my god. Guys, Iski Upkeep, by the way. It's the I skip upkeep, but the thing is, you know the word Coca-Cola? I was once in like a school trip, I think it was a snowboard trip, and there was a guy and he said like Coca-Cola, and I lost it, and this is like Iski up. It's the same here, so yeah. Actually cool lands, not gonna lie. They were recommended to me. I like them. So it looks like more black over there. So the hardest card to deal with for us is Phyrexian Obliterator. Like by far the hardest card to deal with. You can remove that card. It already did what it had to do. Found me a land. I'm a fan of this card, I don't know why. That's an annoying one for sure. That's where we go white. So, as you can see right now, we already have 8 forests, so the minus would be +8/+8 in trample for everything. Oh, that's painful. So a lot of damage you take here. So how do we do this best? Now we have 9, which is 20 damage. I think we just play Nissa here. But I really have to deal with Nissa. I mean, minus is not enough. So we're gonna play... We're going to do this, and then they have to somewhat deal with it. I could also bait them with the second Nissa, right? I think we go in for 1. So now they have to deal with our Nissa. We're on 11, they maybe have another Despair. Bankbuster will not cut it here. Even if they attack, we block with the 8-8. I mean, actually we don't have to, we can just play another Nissa. That works too. I mean, this is a really hard spot, so they've tried to search cards now, which is good. 29, okay. They found the removal there. So here, right, is an interesting situation. We have... I mean, we wouldn't have lethal though, but... Okay, I mean you can... just saying, we wouldn't have lethal there, but... Yeah, in this matchup, usually the main is actually good. You can play Bushwhack to deal with this one. But usually, we just try to overrun. Sometimes I do like to play it. Because Shelly can be a bit tricky, so we go 2 Bushwhacks here. So we can still trade tokens with the Shelly there. Which I think is still correct to do here. So that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, see, Mono Black is definitely a deck I saw a lot. And yeah, I mean if it defeats Mono Black as well, it's quite nice. On stream we defeated basically any deck, I think. Yeah, I mean really had to be unlucky with not drawing cards, but the deck is way better than like I ever expected to be. And I had a lot of fun with it. So that's the most important part, right? Play a deck that's doing well, no one else is playing, you have your own thing, and especially on ladder where people like if you build a deck, right? Usually like the main deck builders, like the Grixis, Esper and all these decks, they try to fight each other. So they don't consider too many cards to deal with like this rogue type of decks. And as a rogue type of deck brewer, you can consider these decks. So usually there you have the advantage, but of course it's not a tier 1 deck like the others, but these type of advantage definitely help you in certain matchups, and yeah, I think it's pretty good. And I like it. I like brewing, as everyone knows. So let's see how far we can come in the Mythic ladder if I have funny decks. The highest was number 2 with the non-meta decks, so let's have fun. Let's have fun. Okay. What do you sideboard in here? You can sideboard in Duresses, but we played a lot of creatures, so that can be awkward. You can sideboard in more removal, which is probably good. Probably some edicts for the Planeswalker, even though you have Despair, right? Usually don't want to play Nissa into Despair, so you keep Nissa until you can finish with it. But we had 2, right? And opponent didn't like it, so they gave up, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Go next. One of the most awkward hands ever. I'm gonna keep this. It is a really awkward hand though. I mean, the Bankbuster makes me keep a 2-lander here, and being on the draw, the chance of drawing a land, while this one also ramps. So yeah, I think we can try this. We can definitely try this out. So here we go. Here we go again. Nah. So for the people who only watch YouTube and now watch me on Twitch, are we on the play now, man? Yesterday's stream, which was the 12th, was so fun. Okay, could this be the Triumph deck? There's a chance. That is Atraxa, the 5-color Triumph kind of style. It could be... We need to draw. Let's hope we don't miss a land. And we missed a land. Sadly we missed a land here. So if we hit a land now, at least we have Stomper and can like keep up. Oof! I see what this is. We are bad gamers, so I'm sorry for that. You have to discard 2 cards. Because we're unable to find a third land. Yeah, sorry guys, sometimes you have to try it. I mean, you just need to hit 1 land, right? And then we're just getting crashed. So that's a bit sad. Oof, that's a spicy one over there.
Why resist us? Phyrexia offers purpose.
I don't think we have a chance here, to be honest. Well, it's sometimes, I mean, you should not keep this hand, I guess. Would you keep a Bankbuster 2-lander here? Guys, would you keep that? Like, I do wonder if you would keep this. I think he's gonna stay. I mean, sure, he can play the Bushwhack, but I'm not exactly sure what they play. Seems like some pump the creatures and go in situation. Like this, if something like this happens against a low diamond, it's kind of sad. Right? Okay, this time we have enough lands. They seem to have a good hand. This time we have cards to block too. Okay, we already have a good combination of cards. Cool. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yep. Going in for 2, which is already nice. This helps us with the woods. We can go woods next turn actually. And make our Stompier. Okay, that is a really slow card here. And now we can attack the Stomper here, down 11. It's gonna be really hard. If they have a board vibe, but I don't know if they have. Okay, sure. That is fine by me. And then we win the game.
Such an imperfect one.
So here you can see the ultimate, and then just swing for super lethal. And thank you, thank you. Thank you, appreciate it, opponent. So when we draw lands, it's definitely easier. Opponent has a really cool deck. I like it. I would like to see the full list. So opponent, if you ever watch this YouTube video, let me know your list. I have a Discord, send it me there. Like, I'm always up for some band action. I love it. Let's hope we don't have a bad hand, so we don't have to mulligan. And if it's like the first hand, we do it. Like, I'm not risking it. We have to mulligan. I will not play too risky here. And Nissa would be a nice draw, but I really want to make sure that we finish. Nissa is like the finisher, right? But still, I feel like we want to make sure that we... Okay, we hit the lands now. Now I'm regretting it a bit. For sure. Now I do regret it a bit. Do they have the card? Okay, we can remove this, so, which is kind of fine. We don't mind about it now, though. Try to ramp here. Nissa would be the better keep now, 100%, instead of this one. This one was just important if you really don't hit lands. But how can you know, right? Okay. I need to read this probably shortly.
All
Take it.
flesh
Okay, that's okay.
to serve.
Okay.
We have allies everywhere.
What is the ultimate? I actually have to scroll your mind so you can add blow whenever you cast creature. It's 2 poison counters. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I think we have to get rid of this. Otherwise this gets too fast high, and that's not what we want. We hopefully get a land here next turn, so we can pressure that Johnny a bit.
Reinforcements.
Depopulate is pretty good. Good for us to know. Okay.
Go. Share the story of Tyrranax.
I mean, you would like to draw on this here.
Bow before Phyrexia.
I mean, we know their card, huh? So that helps. I have to play this. Jesus, we are so unlucky. It's ridiculous.
Those who harm the forest destroy the gifts nature. Every seed contains great potential.
I mean, they will just block here, but what do you want to do? This is quite nice because we can proliferate here and -8. So it's a secret technique here, a secret sneaky technique.
Join us in perfect harmony.
So we just put 0, right, and then we go to 8, and then we minus, and then we get our hand back, which is nice. Is nice, which I think is the play.
We are past. We are future.
I mean, it depends. Oh, that's cool. They play a really cool deck. Okay, so this is the moment where we do it.
The heat has
So
become unbearable.
now this is our hand. Play another land here. We have a good hand, I would say. Our Nissa does damage. That is for sure. They still control a lot here. Oh, I love banned Planeswalker opponent. I need that list. Show it to me. It's really cool.
My judgment is fine.
Should again start the toxic stuff soon, but we're going to do a lot. A lot. Okay. I'm gonna set up here a Nissa turn. So we try to go white here. Could play this one. But I could play another lands. Also just, yeah, let's just go like this. That's good, I think. So Nissa will win the game next turn if they don't counter it. Yep. That's a 4 bottom and 3 mana left. Good card, but it's too late. Okay. We had a lot of damage.
Perfect harmony.
They have to use the minus there. We still have lethal here
Our
if they
will
don't have a
cannot
removal.
be denied.
Try not to know you must protect the people.
And I think we just run for it here.
I will protect the sentinel. Happen now.
We should have played probably Wrenn first here to get more lands. But I was a bit fast here. And we did it, right? Good game. Cool deck, opponents. Cool deck. I had a lot of fun playing this, and especially if we play also against something out of the box. Really cool. Yeah, cool game. I enjoyed it. Okay, with crazy games here. It's kind of fun that Expand the Sphere actually used with Wrenn here. One is the game with the ultimate, and Tyrranax Rex was actually really good against Grixis, yeah. So here, like, I think the sideboard is good. I still think we can change this card. If I would change something, maybe Kura, but I still want to include it. And maybe add some Expand. Let me know in the comment below, what do you think is a card we could add here? And also let me know if you tried the deck out, if it performed well for you. I had a lot of fun with it. And yeah, feel free to support the channel, support me on Twitch, support me anywhere you want. As long as it's free, it will be fine, I guess. And yeah, let me know if you watch it to the end. And I wish everyone a wonderful day, evening, morning, where we are. See you next time.